Alright everyone, this is Fireally, and welcome to another casted game from the Scion Custom Races Tournament. On the top side of Everdream LE, we see ourselves My Life for Aiur. He is not playing Protoss, he is playing Genetron. Last time we saw Genetron, it was character playing as them. We see that the processing node is once again coming down near the bottom. I imagine that's just so you have vision of your ramp for Genetron here. And then on the bottom is Vermillion. And if you remember last time, Vermillion had lost the best 2 out of 3. This is another best 2 out of 3 series. But Vermillion, if he hadn't blown up his own boys last time, he definitely would have come out on top. So we'll see what Vermillion can do against Genetron. This is going to be our second Genetron game that we see here on the channel. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how My Life for Aiur decides to play our good boys, the Robos. We're getting 2 manufacturers out, so it looks like he wants to get his Spitfires rolling as soon as possible. Oh, high five! Boo! Oh, somebody, I don't, or both of them perhaps, were mineral. Yeah, he's mineraled. He's mineral walking. Vermillion is not. So that's how the high five didn't happen. Too bad. It was a cold shoulder, or the phase shifting shoulder, whatever you want to call it. It happened. He takes the minerals, he sits around, he moves down the ramp. He's gonna try and block the base. He is not. Intriguing. Vermillion's heading back as well. Probably a little bit of harass happening here. And right here we're seeing that My Life for Aiur, God, your name is too long, buddy. Anyway, so right just then he had boosted his ACRs so that way they would mine more minerals. It looks like he's really just trying to max out his mineral count to make as many Spitfires as possible. Each one of these processing nodes will give the processing core faster energy regeneration, which is very good because it regenerates the energy of other units, and also it makes it so they can harvest faster. And Genetron certainly needs it because they have to build quite a bit of things to get going. They have their assemblies. I do believe they're uploaders, my bad. They have their uploaders, and each of those is like 150, and you need 3 of them per thing. So if they don't get the mineral income, they're not going to get very far. Now it's interesting that he hasn't actually built any 1-1 buildings right now for his tech, which I find to be very interesting. He's just patrolling his base, whereas Vermillion is sending out his boys and making sure that nobody comes near his second base. We got the 2 Zioden opening, and he's going for the gas. We're going to see which one he goes for after his mutagen chamber comes up, if he's going to go air or if he's going to go with the biomass. Alright, so there we go. Second base has finished up for Vermillion. It's still going down for My Life for Aiur. He's just building Spitfire after Spitfire as they're having their little rodeo over there. And now they're going over to that part, and they're probably going to patrol again. Or is he going for an attack? He's going to scout attack. Scout with the A move. That's what you do, after all. It looks like he's really trying to focus on making as many processing nodes as possible to make as much money as possible. Currently, Vermillion has an economical edge right now, though. Not a ton, but just enough. The Spitfires are coming out. Looks like he's going around. He suspects that Vermillion's hanging out right there. And so My Life for Aiur is going to hang in here and blow up the boys. No, he's going to shoot down the pool. And I do believe he's dead. There goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Focus fire. Kablamo. He is dead. Yeah, I feel like it would have been better to have skipped the feeding pool entirely and just gone for the drones. You could have gotten a couple worker kills there. Because now, if we look at the units killed, it's 7, and they only got 1 worker. Which is too bad right there. But he's still making Spitfires, and he's also got his first uploader down. So this will make guys faster, and he can get the speed upgrade for his Spitfires, which I do believe he is working on. Yeah, he's totally working on it. I forgot about looking at the production tab. It's been a little bit. Oh, this doesn't look good. He's trying to do the work, pulling the boys, but the boys are they're just dead. It's a lot of dead workers right there. Run! He saved one of them, and he got rid of the guys, but that was 10 worker kills. Oof. That's gotta hurt. Oh, he did build an outfitting station. This is the 1-1 place, and that's pretty cool. So you upgrade your guys there. He's getting some nice idle time right there with the guy, though. Is he stuck? He's probably stuck. So there you go. The idle time will be ticking up forever now. But now that he's finished it, there we go. First repulsor coming down. Repulsors are the ground-to-ground like turret for this race. They're not as strong as, say, a missile turret by any means, or even a perdition turret from the campaign, but they get the job done, and you can retract them up and down, so they're great walls as well. Third base coming down for Vermillion right now. He's rebuilding his forces over here. His tab is just filled up with stuff. He did go with the biomass, and we've also got the Kaznalisk Den, or Canalisk Den as I like to call it. Third Zaya Den coming down as well. He's just plopping things all over the place. He's going for his next attack here. The Spitfires are doing another rodeo. Those three are making sure that the third base survives. But we're going to see the engagement here soon. There we go. So, man, these Scorpilisks up close and personal are just destroying these poor little Spitfires. Good thing we got some insitters here. We also see that the processing unit right here, processing drone, there's a lot of processing in this race, is putting down the scans on them, so that way they take more damage. So it's very good. Boom, they're dead. Great use of the processing drone right there, but he's going to have to take that boy back to one of these two bases for it to recharge, otherwise it's never going to get its energy back. Oh, he did pull the guy out from here, so he's no longer got an idle worker. Cure, or Vermillion, I almost call him Cure by habit. Too many games with Cure, but he's got somebody not working out there. We're gonna see our beautiful insiders. I always like to call them insitters because they make incidents. That's my excuse for pronouncing things wrong. He kills a couple workers, slows them down, and then pulls away. Not a bad move. He's still making Spitfires right now. I'm really oh, he went in and took a little speaky peek with his processing drone right there. Kaznalisks are coming out now. Are we going to see some beautiful bowling balls? I do love those bowling balls. We also see that the Kaznalisk Den is coming up with that upgrade for the Zyadling right now. So it's going to be crazy here soon. Let me see, what is this? I don't see his name. I forgot. He's going to pop out here soon, though. Oh, he found his scouting boy. Scouting boy is dead. It's an eroder. Oh, man. I don't think we've seen eroders yet. I kind of forgot what they do because I never make them. If I remember right, an eroder is a ranged unit. I forget what their ability is, though. They're not very fast. Here comes some more insiders. They're going in to take out these pits right here. No, they're going for the workers. All or nothing right now. That's 4 workers. That's another. How? Okay, wait, you know what? I wish I should get the mod that lets you see how many worker kills happen in an engagement. That's a lot of workers killed, though. He's even the score with those workers killed. However, his workers were killed at 2 base instead of 3 base, so it's not quite as bad right now as it was for him back then. We're also seeing a turret coming down here. These are not as good as the Terran counterpart, the interdectors, that is. They're about as good as a repulsor on ground, but for the air. They are a detector, though, so it's not all that bad. But definitely fear the missile turrets. Always fear missile turrets. Oh, man. We're seeing the Fabricator right now. It's at the power of 2, and we're getting the torrents coming out. So anything that's in the air is getting shot out. These things are basically moving missile turrets. They're really good. Although, they don't do anything but ground to air. So, once anyone else comes out there in big trouble. Now look at this routing system right here. Woo! This guy is getting his workout. Oh, man. He's getting those miles in. All the way around, and bam! He's with the army. Speaking of armies, we got the Eroders, the Revilers, the Kasnilisks, and the Scorpilisks going around, and we got a couple of buff Zyadlings. He sees the repulsors there, and he's shooting out his blob of stunitude and his boom. Now it's locked down, so he doesn't have to care about it anymore. Oh no! My Life for Aiur has not done anything about those gushy blobs of snotitude, and boom, he's getting sneezed on all over the place. They can't do anything. The snot's in their eyes. Ah, they're dead. You see that the Torrents have been put in the same control group. They're trying to do something, but there's nothing to shoot at. We're seeing a snot coming down onto this turret because why not? And then boom, the third base is in lockdown, and it will be shortly taken out. We're seeing the Torrents coming back for more. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. There goes one. There goes two. There goes the GG. Oh, man. That was not what I was expecting, I'll be honest, right here. Oh, man, he sent down for fourth base. I feel like he was a little too focused on Spitfires, personally, because, like, they're the most basic unit that they have, and the most basic unit is not going to do very good against, you know, your units from biomass or factories or whatever. So it's just not quite the same. He had tons of them, though, but they can only shoot to the ground. Like, I don't know. I've heard from a lot of players that Spitfires are like the way to go, but I always die when I mass Spitfires. Anyway, let's move on to game number 2. Why does that always happen? Alright, so game number 2. We're on Nightshade LE, one of my least favorite maps because it's so freaking dark. And so we see the GLHF coming out of the boys right now. And so right now Vermillion was once again on the bottom, and My Life for Aiur once again on the top. So we're seeing that the feeding pool this time is going up near the ramp. And I don't think I've really seen that from Vermillion before, so it's intriguing to me. Why? I want to know why. So he's making he's making a wall off with a Zaya den right now. I've never really seen that before because you have to get 3 of these guys around, and you could use like bile pits on the wall here instead. But then again, you need a couple feeding pools, but that's why I put them back here for that. Intriguing stuff. Oh my gosh, it's a proxy! Oh man, no high five. They just pass each other on the road. We're seeing that the manufacturer's coming up at the main base. So this looks a lot more normal than he's letting on to. These two right here were done second and third, so that way the manufacturer done first will throw off the opponent. And that's a genius play right there by My Life for Aiur. He needs a shorter name. That's a phrase, man. It's a phrase. At any rate, he scouted out the base. He sees the Zaya den. He sees the second feeding pool is hanging up right now. Second base coming down too. So this right here is an investment of 300 resources plus 100 for every Spitfire that comes out of the woodworks, or the machine shop as it were. He's stuck. So this idle time is going to tick up right here. That's not very good. And it looks like we have the second base is being blocked by a feeding pool right here by Vermillion. So he's going to lose that guy right there. Kabloo. Now he's going to take care of that, which buys Vermillion a lot more time. Vermillion is very good at taking control of a game really quickly. You can just play the opponents and then macro in the background and then come in and just truck ya. Boom. Just roadkill all over the place. Speaking of roadkill, there it goes. So I'm assuming Vermillion is assuming the second expansion is going down right now. So he's putting out some of his idlings right now. And he's just playing it cool right now, doing some macro of his own. Little does he know that the proxy is pumping out the Spitfires But it's so slow at this stage. I don't know if it's gonna help a whole lot. I don't know why I put the processing node right there. I guess it's so he has vision on both sides, but I'm not sure. Oh, there goes the Spitfires. They take out one boy. We got some repair guy right now from these ACRs. Not a bad idea. This ACR seems to be being controlled. He doesn't know what to do with his life. Oh man, we got some worker kills. That's always nice. Don't shoot the egg. Eggs are like indestructible at this point. They're trying to make a bile pit. Bled. Guy, the worker's dead. I don't know why I've started to make sound effects with these cats. I don't know why. We're seeing the boys are being pulled. That's a lot of workers being killed. We got 15 workers and 20. Oh man, 26 units. Vermillion calls GG. The boys cannot handle it. And boom! 4-minute game. Easy peasy. I honestly didn't think that this proxy was gonna work. Because Spitfires are not very fast, like as Idling has the dash ability. But if you can pile on top of them, there's nothing that they can do early game, it would seem. But now we are going on to the third game. We're going to see what happens. Alright, so we are on to the third game, and this time they have pulled a crazy thing. They switched positions. My Life Fire is on the bottom. Vermillion is on the top, and this is Simulacrum-LE. And this map is definitely far less dark than Nightshade. Nightshade is very, very dark. Alright, so we're seeing that the semi-wall-off is coming up once again for Vermillion. And then My Life for Aiur has decided to put his processing node right next to his base this time, rather than putting it as a semi-wall-off. So I'm curious to see if he's planning on doing another proxy, because that worked really well for him last time. But Vermillion could suspect what's going on at the same time. We see that the manufacturer is coming down first once again, but we don't know if that is a mind game or not. We see that this ACR is just hanging out right there. So is he going to do it again? Because he didn't go into the main base, just as the scavenger is doing. So I'm curious, what's his plan? He doesn't have the money for one right now, but he just might be waiting for the workers to do it. Although he did build a second manufacturer at the main base, so perhaps his plan this time is to manufacture his Spitfires at home and perhaps proxy a fabricator out here. We're going to find out. Here comes the scavenger. He sees what's up. He's like, there's a Spitfire and a base. So he's got normal information right now. Definitely looks less suspicious than last time. We're having a hugging fest right now. Someone's gonna lose that fest. All right, so the ACR is hanging out right there at the second base. It doesn't look like he was able to block it with any fun things right here. This ACR still doing nothing. This ACR, wait, no, that's the Spitfire. Spitfire's going after that scavenger. It's being it's being microed. Oh man, it's a manufacturer. He's not going for the fabricator, so we're not going to see insiders doing their thing. We see that one of the uploaders has been put down, probably once again for just the speed upgrade for the Spitfires. My Life for Aiur seems to really favor a fast, quick engagement with Spitfires. But I don't know if such an engagement will do very, like, Spitfires are decent early game, but I don't know if they can do a ton in the late game. Granted, he did go for the insiders last time, and those guys were worth their weight in gold. He killed a lot of workers at that point. Seeing a bile pit coming down as well, so he was making sure that things aren't going crazy in the future, or at least he'll have control of the situation and some detection. Both of these races have a unit that makes other units cloaked, and there is one unit from the Genetron that is cloaked, and it is actually their dropship, if you will, the Medevac in StarCraft 2 terms. So those guys are pretty darn cool, but I don't know, there's still no gas. Intriguing. He isn't expanding either, he's just kind of oversaturating. He just really wants those Spitfires right now. I'll be honest. I have no idea how to predict My Life for Aiur anymore. I mean, I suppose, like, it's not an all-in build, but I'm like, why ain't you expanding? We got his idlings going out. I think they're looking for something suspicious. He's looking for a third. The other one's looking for the second. The Spitfire's doing a rodeo. And then we have more chillaxing at home. We're seeing that the avian nest is coming out in this game. So no biomass. We're going straight to air from Vermillion. I wonder if we're going to see some more of those Leviathans, or if it's going to be a bunch of the air-to-ground units that we saw in a previous game. Spitfires, this is the wackiest formation I've ever seen. They were here and here and here and here. They're just everywhere. Oh man, they got their speed upgrade, and look at that. Now they can really get moving, and they have like this orange stripe on them now. Here they come. Engagement time! Oh man. There goes that bile pit. They're coming in hot. They're destroying things. All the things are being pulled. The second base is in the catastrophe. He's killed a guy. He's going up the ramp. He's fighting for the ramp. Those workers are not doing good at the front of the lines, but oh, here we go. The Raptors are here to save the day. The Spitfires can't do anything to the Raptors, and we are seeing them going down, but holy cow, they are destroying all the workers in their wake. There's not enough Raptors to save their people. This is 35 worker kills, 46 units. That is absolutely insane. All of these guys are gone. There is just not enough Raptors to deal with this. I don't see how Vermillion's gonna get out of this one. He has no workers. 0 workers. And he's just lost the gas. GG comes from Vermillion, and that leaves My Life for Aiur as the victor of this best 2 out of 3 series. Those last 2 games were both like 5 minutes apiece. Dang. I wonder, did he rally? Yeah, he did. He rallied all the way out there. So, wow. I guess if you can get your Spitfires in massive quantities really fast on one base, you can just bore straight through the worker lines. And once you've destroyed all the workers, there's not a whole lot that they can do to stop you with any more of your Spitfires. Even if they have air units, there's not enough to deal with the masses. Well, that was very interesting. I'm curious to see more games with My Life for Aiur right now. See how this this aggressive build goes right here. Oh, look at that. He's got the Tirador. I have the Tirador. It's a beautiful thing, that Tirador. I'm distracted. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this StarCraft 2 casting of the Scion Races tournament, and I will see you guys in another casting. I'm honestly not sure anymore. We've I think at this point I've done all of the best 2 out of 3s that had 3 games. So we'll see what happens with the next one. I might pick out another My Life for Aiur game. I think I might do him versus Aiur, perhaps. I don't know. We'll find out. Thanks for watching, though. I'll see you guys next time.